time for an update on the Nazca mummies. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, that's right. It's been a long time since I've been able to report on the Nazca mummies. There just hasn't been a lot new with them, unfortunately. And I say, that is very unfortunate because this is UFO disclosure. We've got bodies, y'all. We've got bodies. We've got bodies of NHI in South America from Peru. Amazing stuff. Proof of ET contact or non-human contact anyway with ancient human civilizations. And what's more, there's evidence that some of these beings might still be alive. But we have to understand them first, and it looks like there is going to be a new hearing about the Nazca mummies. As Jay Alberto says, who is, of course, the assistant to two secretaries of in the government of Mexico, our first gift of 2025, second public hearing of Peru, now with the presence of the plenary of the Nazca tridactyl humanoid beings, considered by world-class science with a non-human origin. Peru is going to be known as the non-human world mecca, as if it wasn't already. Peru is wild, guys. Really looking forward to that second hearing in Peru. The first one, unfortunately, had way too much input from the Ministry of Culture, who has tried to suppress and debunk the Nazca mummy story from the beginning. So hopefully the next go-round won't be as heavy-handed on that side, and we won't have the convenient mic drops of the legitimate researchers presenting the actual science behind the Nazca mummies instead of what the Ministry of Culture was presenting, which was evidence about the dolls. The admitted dolls that were never accounted as part of the Nazca mummies. And in fact, the guy that made them said they were dolls, and they were never meant to be anything other than dolls, and nobody ever claimed they were anything other than dolls. But that's all the Ministry of Culture could talk about because, of course, that's their job, is to debunk and to suppress. So, yeah, hoping to hear more from the actual researchers. There's a lot of really good research being done. I'm going to try to play this entire news piece here. There is some music in it, but I think there may be some AI dubbing, so that might offset the music. We'll see if I can get away with showing this whole news segment. It's really interesting. We actually learn the cause of death for one of these beings.
Other researchers in Peru have just unveiled two new non-human mummies. They extracted these mummies from the same place in the Nazca Desert where the first discovery was made 7 years ago. Forensic doctors analyze them and, amazed, say they simply are not of our species. Liliana Choi has more. Paloma and Antonio astonish the world. They have 3 fingers like other mummies previously exhibited, but slanted eyes and the size of a short adult. Moreover, after a CT scan, those studying them say they have organs similar to those of a human.
The brain structure is visible.
Researchers say they might have lived about 1500 years ago, as rock paintings worldwide show they were real.
That for a time they coexisted with humans.
Forensic surgeon David Ruiz says Antonio shows signs of possibly having been attacked.
He had a stab wound that broke his rib on the left side of the chest, penetrating the chest, abdomen, liver, and completely perforating him inside.
Specialists say it's surprising that the mummy Paloma supposedly lived up to 60 years, retaining features other mummies did not have.
It's the first time we found a dried body with hair with coppery color characteristics.
Joyce Mantilla, part of the research team, says that in 2025 there will be new findings from the secret place where more than a dozen mummies of unknown species have emerged in the Nazca Desert.
The conditions for the people guarding this place will have to be with their eyes covered. They will take me, and when I'm at the place, only then will I be able to see where I am and see and record how they have been able to find and witness this extraordinary discovery.
The exact location of the discovery is kept secret to prevent predators or looters from destroying the evidence of these strange bodies that could change history.
Okay, that's amazing. They're actually going to get to go to the site, maybe theoretically. I mean, the Tomb Raiders took them to a site before, but it was a fake site. It wasn't the actual site, which was obvious when they got there. So this time, are they actually going to get to go to the citadel, the lab, wherever these bodies were originally found? That would be incredible. Even if they have to wear a blindfold, sign me up. I am willing to wear that blindfold and go there. I mean, this is arguably the most important site on Earth right now that we know about. I mean, obviously, there's probably plenty of places, alien bases and all sorts of dumbs and etc. But we don't know exactly where those are, although some remote viewings have really pinned down some of them. But as far as known locations on Earth that we could theoretically go to, because we can't really go to those places, we could theoretically go to the citadel, as it's called, where these bodies were found, potentially up to 200 of these bodies, along with human bodies. There's fantastic relics and all sorts of stuff that I've shown you on previous videos that you could find when you go there. Just to give you, a little sample, here is the tiara that Maria was wearing. You can see this fantastic gold piece or whatever material it is made out of. And this is, looking down at Maria as she's wearing this golden crown. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. And that is just one of many, many pieces and artifacts that we have seen associated with these bodies. And we've all seen the videos, or I've shown you the videos, multiple videos claiming to be from the citadel itself, some even claiming to show live beings. Now, I'm not sure about the authenticity of those videos. I would love some answers on those videos, but they are amazing. And either whether, those live beings are correct or not, or real or not, I can't say, but I do believe the videos were likely shot in the citadel itself, and some of the architecture and the art that you can see, that's what an explorer might hope to find within the citadel. I'm so jealous of Joyce Mantilla or whoever is lucky enough to get to go there. Here's another news piece with Joyce, provided by AI dubbing, and again, I'm just going to let it run.
Expert reports carbon-14, but it only tells the time. And what does the DNA tell you? What does the DNA say? That this DNA doesn't exist on the planet. It's not documented. It's an unknown being. Okay, so what's your theory then? That there was a breeding, an extraterrestrial population living here? Or that they are unknown beings? We see them as unknown because we don't know their origin. Just like this mummy. I would like your production team to help me highlight the most important parts. It was said yesterday, and we're discussing whether it's not a llama head. This mummy with an elongated head, for example, yesterday's expert report showed that this head, for instance, has a skull cortex 3 times larger than any human. It hasn't been culturally pressured as those who haven't investigated claim, nor has it been modified to elongate it. The DNA of this being called Maria, this is the product of all those DNAs you see there, 4 from the bonobo. Didn't you say they hadn't found DNA? Of course they did. Didn't they say they hadn't found similarity? See how people get confused? It doesn't stop. They're always talking about the little figures Flavio Estrada mentioned, which are 25 centimeters. Those aren't the mummies at the university. He doesn't even know them. He only knows them from photos. He has never been to the university, hasn't taken a single sample, hasn't had access to anything because he didn't want to. 2001. But yesterday the star, or rather in the Mexican parliament, the star was this large mummy that looks more human, measuring 1.7 meters. And I'd ask for the image again. It has been genetically demonstrated with bioinformatics that the DNA of this being, as strange as it may seem, is a hybridization of 4 different species: human, bonobo, chimpanzee, and a small percentage of a completely unknown DNA. It's unknown where this DNA could have come from because genetic libraries worldwide don't exist.
Yeah, these seem to be hybrid beings. These are creations of some other race of being that may or may not have provided that anomalous DNA. Either way, fantastic, fantastic discoveries. This is UFO disclosure. You can't get the Nazca mummies naturally. They did not evolve naturally here on Earth. Not, like up to 7 species of tridactyl beings with different reproductive cycles, some laying eggs, some would have given a live birth. We have a couple of different pregnant females to show that. And just incredible specimens. Some with scaly skin, some with hair, elongated skulls with larger cranial capacities than humans, which is not achievable with skull binding. I'm not going to go into it all. I've made 1,000 videos about the Nazca mummies, but they are just incredible. I'm so glad that the research is continuing and that the Congresses of Mexico and Peru are taking them seriously. I mean, this should be in the U.S. This should be everywhere. This should be on every newspaper around the world, round the clock, basically. And more people are pointing out the interesting similarities between some of these beings and cave art and wall art from around the world. From Japan, Utah, Azerbaijan, we see these similar figures. There have been people talking about this fantastic comparisons between this being one of the Nazca beings in that rock art. Look at that. Look at that. It's just incredible. Just incredible. Look at that. And that's from Africa. So these beings were likely in Africa. There's evidence that these beings are still alive, at least some of them. They had a global presence. It's just insane, guys. The Nazca mummies are wild. They lived amongst peoples. Peoples had art depicting them around the world. They were once living beings. We still have their bodies. They didn't they arrive naturally. They were created beings, hybrids, and they don't make any sense naturally. This is UFO disclosure. This is huge. Again, this should be, worldwide front page news around the clock until we get this solved. And then even still, this proves we are not alone here on Earth and likely in the cosmos. I love the Nazca mummies, guys. So there you go. There's a few of the recent tidbits to come out about the Nazca mummies. One of them died violently, which is very sad. We need more information about that. What brought that on? They seem to have lived among the humans of the time peacefully. Did that come to an end at some point? Did their relationship end in tears? What happened there? It's just it's incredible. I can't wait to find out what the next shoe to drop is. What is the next amazing piece of information that will come out of the Nazca mummies? When will it come out? I will be all over it when it does, but if you guys see it before I do, let me know. Either way, let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, thumbs up, like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member, because channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.